For and Kevin Ekobadu Taylor of Loud Silence TV. Credit goes to Loud Silence TV. Kevin Ekobadu Taylor. Na busua no wadi nkomo. Yes, na nkomo wadi ni no abusua ena ejina enkofo miensa so a enya nsem ketewa. Yes, Napo, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, former energy minister. Any ECG board chair, Honorable Alexander AfenyoMarkins, any former president, and now Akufo-Addo. Nabusuya $250,000. Jena omodis kanu ya bra na Alexander AfenyoMarkins, the minority leader, Brana or ye board chair ECG. Jena omodis scan Jena omo wo ho abusuya na Kevin Ekobadu Taylor edi echasa rare evidence ene we bie nsem wani we yi ensem edi agufo na abusuya what nsem ni bia we yem ebehyew. Yes, ene Kevin Ekobadu Taylor of Loud Silence TV wo bawuram ye MPP headquarters ma kotwen kofo bi apia achese wa expose omo a enya nsem kutu abusuya mo yente ne nkoma a ode eba abontem na se ha era so aye be media gicha busuya be se wase ene de di connect channel so ne di okwanso ye be se wase be subscribe like na obo so ashima for person bi etie no enya bi etie na busuya be sha no so e dia me se be media gicha so busuya ye ni atem ye adwen e na ye kire wona yehu ne ne ayete tabusuya wo ba ne di okwanso bo de so be che wadwen e wo comment section ho e de amaye kama yenti nkoma e ko so na sisi a ye dance.
The NPP cannot be underestimated.
Why it is kojo ponko and it is ate. Now, stories no dos no rough and there. Hey ready. Now story for froni egigim. Yes, sorry, I'm on my end na. The difference between your platform way and any other platform. I work Ghana. Any difference in the say. The research we do before we come on air, no, a difficult, a tough. Masa, a juma ya answering about online every day, and that's my bet now 3-4 hours. No, 99% of media houses in Ghana they cannot do it. My production team, a juma we in a day. Let me tell you, as I'm working right now, they are planning tomorrow's production. It is not a joke. And you know one thing. I'm planning tomorrow's production. They are still watching me and basically producing this show live. If I ask for any document, it will come through. And that is the kind of journalism, any media, it is not easy to break. Now, I'm sorry, ne, and it is obvious. A month for be social media. So I'm a light vote costro, and I'm a 1,000, 2 days na saye, and I'm a 500, 2 days na saye, and today. The obvious is out. So many Ghanaians are complaining. That's fine. And I'm one person. I like it when government, at the end of the day, accept to say there is an issue going on and that something needs to be done about it. Adia am tiny abaya. Omunim se bibi koso na ordinary se bibi ninkoso. That is what I hate, and that is the hallmark of munafiki Mahmoud Bawumia and yiri before Samirano. That is the hallmark of the NPP. That is what NPP is good at. Omuchatro. Ghana say, Nyoman koye, $do 17. GDP, BBS say, almost no problem, you're okay. Adia, na I am a time where MPP kwasiafo. But there's one thing about this government I like. When there's a problem, they will come out and confront the problem. But you see, there's a difference between a government that complains and a government that is always proactive. Now, Hadia, Energy Minister John Napo has assured consumers that faulty meters will be replaced and overpayments compensated. ECG has 7 days to report on rapid prepaid credit depletion. He made the remarks during the commissioning of MBH Power Ghana's new energy meters manufacturing unit in Tema. And the Energy Minister John Napo a grantee interview. Abra omuko be another power plant a company for MBH Power Ghana new meter manufacturing unit. You see your company be Ghana ebe manufacture meters Ghana omni ECG bedi in Sawaso, but minister no ko ho no nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ for ho ekobusa minister say minister na you see ankofo bebre go social media almost to kanea endi na nsa endu nanum endu na wɔtwe na kanea na hye. Na omu ni say bibi koso a ewo sesebio utu wanamo na minister ekasa efa ho mumien kotie minister nankasa nenum asem.
Once we conduct the investigation, assuming some meters are faulty, we have to replace them immediately because you must put the right meter. And if it turns out that people have overpaid, we have to find a way of compensating them. But like I said, it's just too early let us conduct the investigation. Fortunately, we have a very good working relationship with the PURC. So the PURC, the Energy Commission, the ministry, and all the agencies under me are working together. We'll make sure that we get to the bottom of this matter and resolve it in a fair and impartial manner. Thank you. Once we...
Straightforward. Minister said, "Aya in some way, you know, Ecoso Ghana, Sebio Nipa Bebreba, me Ghana for, do to Abama NDC, Eba Power no, omo complaining about Eddie, a year, omon kania honsem, omokoto kania, omo kania no, omo using that back 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, na kania no, asa." Minister say, "Omatro artist asem no." Na manfo bebre no complaining about meters ewo mu fie. O say, "Omo bia hwehwemu a omo yes anhwehwedi mu, wa ma ECG for 7 days pe." Say, "Omo hwehwe nsem no na after 7 days no, omo mbra ma kire ma de kodie ntia nipa bebre complaining say, omo to den prepaid a endi na wotwe baako ana inda mienu miensa prepaid na imbre bi omoto a na sebio eche kakra ntisi ade oto ya hwem nti o se eba saa na hwehwemu ni ba no mu se sebio enye ade a sebio na eye boapayo ana eye deliberate every ECG ana eye den aban no ha se e wo se aban no kura epata nipa bi e wo musika bi o mahwere a aban no ebe make sure say sika bi o so mo de pata no mepata." Now the question is, on se asem sia Debian Yebusa say asem no ayana yenhwe ne bobre. Let's basically look at the issue and analyze where it might, and I say where it actually started from. I'm not going to sit here and blame anybody, but I'm going to sit here and be factual about what is happening today, because today's happenings might be the actions or inactions of some people in the past. When people in government today come out and say they are trying everything possible to solve the problem, now NPP omoko opposition less than a year. Ejina touchline, ejina parliament, ATM, yedede, catch Ghana for say yenyina ye Jimmy. Na abano ena sebio obu Ghana for, then it makes you start to ask yourself, say, problem we crampono if we sit to analyze problem no every. Now let me show you something. Team, stay with me. Now, this is September 2nd, 2024. We aya Dubik Mahama na onene ye ECG boss and the Kufuado ne Bawumia. Okachire say ECG to replace 250,000 meters in Accra and Eastern region. Now, what actually caused that? Ediana Emma 2024, NPP are buying a decided say, or be replacing about almost 250,000 meters. That was close to elections. September, October, November. Now I bear 3 to 4 months. What was the cause of that? At a point, Dubik Mahama na oye ECG boss under MPP or say new smart meters are not cheating you but reflecting your lifestyle in terms of power consumption. Under MPP nkwasiafo ya ndomujina parliament edidi atem eka se Ghana for ye Jimmy na NDC for buye no under their leadership time no more power na Ghana for ka se dabi meter na ewo ho sisi ano meter no ewie sika dodo meter no run fast dodo. Dubik Mahama na oye ECG boss under Bawumia ne Kufuado. Okachire say yesu ene ye ban ene ema ye kanea no sebio ye to meter ye to light gu ye meter so ane ye meter no ye kanea no eshi. This is on record. Date show ena me bochire no the same September ena oka the same asem way. Ye busa ECG for and Kufuado and AfenyoMarkins and the MPP say 2024 yeto a mumita fufuru amudi abei yenkania ni yeto pe na hwum yeto anahwum adenti na yeto anahwum Dubik Mahama na oye ECG boss and Kufuado Bawumia ka kire say new smart meters or meters fufuru na omodi aba no around September October during election time no or say new smart meters are not cheating you but reflecting your lifestyle in terms of power consumption. MP before catch say yesuba ni ye any lifestyle bia na say ya fa to ye ho so ene na ema ye tokane a na kanea no ayden ahye Napo so kan kwasem now do big mahama so kan enie mamembo na tie se ne be ya ye kasa wa ha obegu sa MPP for ye nkwasiafo
off basis points were not there. Decimal points that they were off were not that much. Again, before I even explain, with the new meters that we have, they are off by 0.05. It's very, very accurate. So maybe you might get away with just charging a phone, but every single thing you consume in your house is going to read it. We should be talking about energy conservation rather now than ever, because that's the only way that you pay less. Because what is actually happening now is that with these new smart meters, every single thing you are doing is showing very well as to your true lifestyle and your true consumption. And then on the other side, tariffs have also increased. So it's not that ECG intentionally has put a meter out there to try to fleece its customers. Off basis points.
What you asma do big mahama kan under MPP o ka kira mo say our lifestyle no new meters na mo complain say ehwi musika no mo light ne koso no say mo lifestyle mo life bi ende mo lead Ghana under MPP and these same foolish people are sitting in parliament telling Ghana for say oh meter no ehwi kanea dodo na NDC for na akose problem no ye busa omo time no omo ka kire say ye suban ye pray my life no ye sora na akoto fridge ye sora na akoto blender ye sora na akoto heater ye sora na akoto kettle omo ka kire say ye lifestyle and ama new meters no air consuming. Remember this guy AfenyoMarkins na oye that time no na one na ye den na one na ye board chair of ECG AfenyoMarkins AfenyoMarkins original parliament and oppose abuwe bi no and the original worker say aban no people are complaining MPP for the more Ghana for the bi omo the more your politics omo say mo bi mo agimi time do big mahama ka kire say your lifestyle and ama ye den ye prepaid ne tomita na e light na asano na AfenyoMarkins on na ye board chair of ECG. Did he talk? No. Did he complain? No. Did he come to tell us say it was the fault of their government? No. They sat back and they never listened to anybody. Now, Busan say, why say close to election, a government will change over 300,000 meters? The question here is, what is causing this? Do you know what is causing this problem? There are two things here. The first one, this is the first thing. The first thing is that IMF deal no almost electricity tariff hikes. Tax reforms, key condition in securing program. MPP for IMF no, nyoma mienu enom de call ya. IMF ka say, somebody nyoma mienu we good table no so there. Sa IMF 3 billion e de be mamo. One na electricity I say ye tum bosomi miensa bia. MPP for echo IMF no. Ade om de ko good table so e ma IMF for eje sa IMF program de tum no eni. We April 2023. Ofurata beka kire say nyoma mienu a eye tintiman a IMF for ehwe so e de sa loan na maye no another sa IMF sika na maye no eye nyoma mienu eye den ye tax reform any den ye electricity bill a ye betum bosom miensa bia. We are still in the IMF program. I am praying say aban way by the time we exit this program completely no we will see den light bills no eba form kakra. I know it is not going to be easy, but see a in some way now it should be a problem with free. We are asking the MPP say during your time, we are asking AfenyoMarkins, you were the board chair of ECG. You people told us, you admitted that the prepaid meters were taking a lot of light and money. Now, why are you today telling us to say after you went to IMF and just gave them our electricity? Because right now, no, baby, share no. I was said they making sure say it is not the fault of the government. In fact, so calculate air cost to a buying way is trying everything possible to subsidize light no and one sense some. It is an common bar. I am momentanous in young quake kakra. Near Musa was a den ye bedruha. A den are buying bid electricity, echo share I am a phone, sir, 3 months be or see a tomb. Now, a day and a bino at a point, Ed requesting over 300,000 meters begu system nim. Meter we use, meter we use. You don't know. Some meters na NPP de buy, meter we meter crow. Me per se obi beka chem se NDC buy oma procure meter 100 billion and oma spread meter around the nation. Majority of the places are complaining about a lightweight and your meters no. I am sure say those places are MPP for eco spreaders are meters over 300,000 Ghana edema sanko for no. And those meters no be no na you be contractor or they ba abeji sika before elections end. And we need to take a step back, investigate those meters, and look at the quality of meters are MPP for the latter part of MPP be free power. No, where did they get all those meters from? Who were the suppliers? AfenyoMarkins was the board chair. Near Tiha and forensic audit. Ebetre say Dubik Mahama, AfenyoMarkins as the board chair. They duped Ghana billions of cedis. Today, we are all facing the consequences. But if we are going to be realistic, let's take a step back and ask ourselves, say, 200 to 300,000 meters nearby, and he normal cost supply, why a GB? Are you one of the beneficiaries? Are you using some of the new meters? Some meters normally by a new bin are using or you are using the old ones because at a point, 2 to 3 months to elections, they brought in over 300,000 meters. And near one. We are talking about IMF program where, yes, Shema, we are supposed to release money every 3 months to make sure IMF can ankofu kobo edi. So there are so many ways, branches in the dorsum. And that does not mean to say, I am going to say, ma abane enya bibi. This government was brought in to do what? To come and solve problems. And it's a minister and say they have to look at it critically. Investigations needs to be open for us to get to the bottom of this matter because it cannot be say suddenly meters na you're complaining from 2024 no Ari and I quiet and sorry, it means there's something wrong. So let's get serious as a nation. Let's get serious as a people. Yet now Akroma Mahamudu Bawumia or MPP flag bearer. At a point, on one campaign, Catch Ghana for, he was complaining about electricity in Ghana. Mahamudu Bawumia, at a point, now all complaining about electricity in Ghana. Adentana Bawumia complaining about electricity because he knew, say, Abina Yadesha Omonsa se Omundi Ghana sono. They basically turned Ghana into a cash cow. They made money. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me the video. Mr. S. Mr. P, get me the Bawumia video and let me show the people. This is Mahamudu Bawumia complaining about electricity.
Electricity ne bo eba from Ghana. Electricity ne bo eba from. And then Ghana electricity was so because ye crack oil and gas. Any producing electricity. Oil the gas no so ne cost and cost. This is the generation mix. Move away from oil and gas to solar power. The electricity ne bo eba from Ghana. Electricity ne bo eba from. And then Ghana electricity was so because ye crack oil, any gas, any producing electricity. Oil the gas no so ne cost and cost. This is the generation mix. Move away from oil and gas to solar power. The electricity ne bo eba from Ghana. Electricity ne bo eba from. And then Ghana electricity was so because ye crack oil, any gas, any producing electricity. Oil the gas no so ne bo cost and cost. This is the generation mix. Move away from oil and gas to solar power.
Makachiramu, asamuba, you have to sit down Niembu say was assembly free hina bedru ha. Say clearly, you can see clearly say these people, they know what they are doing. MPP omon kanu kre. This is Baumia 2024 the campaign message no. Or pese or take kania soba form. Oh, that means na kania no also that. Yakoka is a dubik say lifestyle. And yatigana hama MPP form kwasia 4 way eye de day. Malamba umia trofo enso nam. This is the reality. And this government is trying to solve every single problem. Sebio in Kwasiafowe Ekreti. AfenyoMarkins today is standing in parliament screaming. AfenyoMarkins was the board chair. Team, get me AfenyoMarkins statement in parliament today. AfenyoMarkins Kwasiampenyi way, Wudini way. AfenyoMarkins Kwasiampe on this Samira a Wudifo way. He was standing in parliament screaming about electricity at their increment. AfenyoMarkins Kwasiawe at Ghana. We have allowed this fool, not an ECG board chair. Mumusan say, as ECG board chair, those times, what did he do about the lights? Today, such an idiot. Jimmy Nisano, today he's screaming in parliament. He's telling the finance minister, there is electricity there and there, the electricity there. And the Mumusan say, when he was the board chair of ECG, what happened? Team, Muntia Kwasiampenyi, this is AfenyoMarkins. Kwasiampenyi. Let me show you the evidence. No, your ECG board chair, endogenous parliament.
Even when you come to the recruitment, it's a complete scam. And I'll explain to you, the recruitment into police, immigration, prison, you are now even telling the youth that they should go and the youth who are already unemployed, they are borrowing. Napo, electricity. On paper, you have increased electricity tariffs by over 30%. Now, put the numbers on paper aside. Listen, for those of you who, because you are in government, you are ignoring the realities on the ground. Ghanaians cannot afford electricity. You should know this. These are the things you should introduce policies for reform. How to reform the energy sector. You are not doing that. You come here and say, Marco, I will not commend you for doing this. I'm not going to praise you. Electricity needs reforms. Those are the bona fides you must pay attention to. Then you come here, you say, and then 15 months, they say, Ghana accelerated national reserve accumulation. When you buy electricity, Mr. Speaker, this morning, somebody told me that she used to buy 1,000 for a whole month. Today, even if you buy 2,000 for 1 week and so on. Mr. Speaker,
this is the foolishness we have been entertaining in Ghana. What's the principle about what he's doing? Well, Jimmy Otietium, but he's the person who basically caused this shit. Inti Ghana for no, you must say Jimmy for ya, entertaining Jimmy for ya. He's standing in parliament screaming. But at the end of the day, he was a board chair of ECG. The ECG boss told us your lifestyle number ECG light cost. His own flag bearer, the foolish idiot, told us that he knows light bills are up.
The percentage electricity Napo ever from Ghana. The percentage electricity Napo ever from. And then Ghana electricity was so because you crack oil, any gas, any producing electricity. Oil the gas must cost.
This is Baumia in 2024. Now AfenyoMarkins a majority leader, now or your board chair of ECG Kwasia. Or to see parliament Jimmy no sa now with Jimmy and people because majority are just idiots. They can't read, they can't write, they are the foolish masses. A Jimmy for party. So every fool in Ghana now you don't know the MPP. The question to ask this idiot is that but you were in power a year ago. People were complaining. Your ECG boss told us it was our lifestyle. Your own flag bearer, that Mumu, told us that he knows light bills are up. Why are you today screaming? You were the same people who put Ghana's lifeline, energy lifeline. You put it on paper and gave it to IMF. You went to IMF and told IMF, say, IMF deal, no, for your energy sector in shame, electricity, no, for shame, who are you complaining to? You want John Mahama to solve all problems in a day? And this is the kind of parliament we have. The foolishness and the bona fide foolishness, no? That bona fide foolishness that people think that they are entitled to. The bona fide foolishness of AfenyoMarkins. That bona fide foolishness, no? He thinks he's entitled to, no? That is causing this problem. Such a dirty rat. Jimmy, he does not respect anybody because MPP for so much Jimmy, because they can't read and write, they can't go back and think, they can't research. They are affiliated to the party because of their foolish tribe and foolishness. We are building a nation. We are looking at problems one after the other. We are basically finding solutions to problems that were caused by animals like you. A fool like you told us, said, May, you were going to bring Oforiata to Ghana. Kwasi ampenyi. Utinu kakawure regional parliament ye bona fide mukwi like you Jimmy for you and Samira Bawumia Wudi for you foolish people. You think we have forgotten the nonsense you do in Ghana? And we sit in Ghana and we entertain this stupidity. All because parliament na full. Jimmy Nibia to minya parliament. So anybody enters parliament and thinks that's the place that they can exhibit the highest form of mukwism and their bona fideism and their Bangladesh foolishness. Come and tell us things. Come and tell us wisdom. People are saving the nation. They caused the problem. They have become this stupid. They have destroyed the nation today. They are screaming like pigs. And that we should all keep quiet and look at their foolishness because Obeka so be atem because Obeka so we Jimmy. Now penini Jimmy with Jimmy. This is where the problem is coming from. Now we need to investigate the 300,000 meters that Mudibegu Ghana. No, I remember I spoke on this matter. They were paying the money into some company's account under MPP. Time Momodis are prepaid whereby I did a story on it. Mr. P, pull it out for me. Mebaka Chamsa Bawumia and Napo, they were involved in this meter scandal. They brought in some meters at the latter part of 2024. I sat here and told Ghana for Mahmoud Bawumia was involved in that scandal. He and Napo Omukofa some meters by Ghana. It came out that people were paying money to a company that was receiving a prepaid money directly into their account. Akroma. We need to focus and build a nation. And you see, the reason why sometimes you have opportunity, you didn't say the Mukwism in the MPP has become like their monkeyism character. Their foolish Mukwism, it has manifested into a monkeyism character, into thinking say they are making sense. Foolish AfenyoMarkins. You were the board of ECG. How much were they paying light for as Ghanaians? Huh? Mukwi party. Jimmy for you think everything you have to complain about na abana misdirected. No. You can scream and scream, you can shit on yourselves. What the government intends to do is what the government is going to do. And the government is going to do what the people of Ghana want. Not you Mukwis. Political monkeyism na ewo wo mutirimu no. Jimmy, we have forgotten about you people, your filth. You think we have forgotten about the nonsense you put us through? A Mukwism group of monkeyisms. You think we have forgotten everything? We are going to remind you people every single day and the nonsense you did. And we are never going to hand this country over to you people, over our fucking dead body. Jimmy Fowe, we sit in Ghana, we entertain you. And look at all these things you did. Look at all these things. 250,000 meters. You supplied it in Ghana. Modema Ghana for today, NDC bar power 1 year was supplied 300,000 meters. When you check where the complaints are coming from, they are actually coming from all the places that these meters, Bawumia, Napo, and AfenyoMarkins, that's where the complaints are coming from. Analysis ni we are not stupid. They make money out of us. They then go sit on the fence and start to scream like dogs. All because you're Jimmy. All because parliament na full. Any mukwi can enter parliament and start misbehaving. Any fool thinks that they can underestimate the intelligence of the people. Every idiot thinks that they wear a Vietnam suit, stand in parliament and speak like a rat. And that we all have to listen to them. Monkeyism character coming from them. The bona fide foolishness is what you are exhibiting in parliament. Where did these meters go? who supplies meters and makes sure he forces meters on the people 3 months to elections? Who does that? All because it was a man for a contract to film, all because and the abundance they will have to bear the brunt, they will have to bear the problem. So suddenly, problem now mu create and this before they create a nine in Chamwa. Foolish antidotes. You people, you are antidote to nothing. When is solution to anything? You are antidote to nothing. And team, me, I'm not going to switch from this. This is the big Mahama telling us our lifestyle.
Off basis points were not there. Decimal points that they were off were not that much. Again, before I even explain, with the new meters that we have, they are off by 0.05. It's very, very accurate. So maybe you might get away with just charging a phone, but every single thing you consume in your house is going to read it. We should be talking about energy conservation rather now than ever, because that's the only way that you pay less. Because what is actually happening now is that with these new smart meters, every single thing you are doing is showing very well as to your true lifestyle and your true consumption. And then on the other side, tariffs have also increased. So it's not that ECG intentionally, because what is actually happening now is that with these new smart meters, every single thing you are doing is showing very well as to your true lifestyle and your true consumption. And then on the other side, tariffs have also increased. So it's not that ECG intentionally has put the meter out there to try to fleece its customers. Because what is actually happening now is that with these new smart meters, every single thing you are doing is showing very well as to your true lifestyle and your true consumption. And then on the other side, tariffs have also increased. So it's not that ECG intentionally has put the meter out there to try to fleece its customers.
This is what they told us. In the di mo bianca bibia mo bianca Ghana for. Ma obianca bibia, I sat on my platform. And you see, thank you very much, Mr. S. I sat on my platform, me catch Ghana for. And I'll remind you today, me adebie no meka men kayo. Yeah, let me show you. Thank you very much, team, for bringing this in. It was a show I did, and I made you know, say, in Kofo we bomo chrono. AfenyoMarkins. No, yeah, thank you, Mr. S, for bringing this in. Me better video be. And it's a video I did here, and before election 2024, me check this video. Do you remember? Napo Ekofa meters ebaye. And I'll catch and say, some meters will make sure, say, you're turning at their force on Ghana for and send you free power. And he say, and chair 2 months ago, everything this guy was talking about was meters. Also, we need to change meters here. They were forcing the meters on you guys. Or turn the last meter, or so I resign. Because Sikana no muhian and then second we. Who resigns without stating a reason? He's not going to give you a reason because his job was to come and sell the meters. On say oh ECG power no cut off into more meters bi no meters no mu load no be see meter no Napo deal. This guy's job was to sell the meters for Napo. Canada Japan and Napo na this meters ne buy some meters na omo de by force e yo deal akwa we onim so be free power into the djuma nyina say on ton meter no onje ne share no resign it. So right now, we're resigning. How are you going to track that deal? Nipa obasha ono no problem. Nipa na wabasha ono any problem. Ochina, I'll speak on the meters, and then you see what is happening in Ghana. Oh, so same way, Ochina, I'll come and show you something about the meters. Ye ka some chiremo amonte. Ye tumufu amonte. Tribe jimimo. And the moti Ghana. And ye to meter na ye to light na nasa. It is their deal. They don't care. Sa meter na uto egusuno. Sa sika na uto egusuno. Napo wo mu 30%. In this auto 10 Ghana, 30 Ghana no. Napo dia 70 Ghana na your light. That is why this guy was all over the place. All catch Ghana for you need to take the meters. We are changing meters. Suddenly we are changing meters. Why? Suddenly, some kind of meters and the best meter. Yeah, because so to 1 meter be 30% sikane woman, a corner poor. So 30% require on this meter company in the chain 15. Don't be fooled though. It is idea chance a boy we or no jot is a kusie. What to know a mobile build, or to know no jot, I saw bottom. These are dirty referrals. They didn't expect to get to this level in life. They knew from day one they were not supposed to get the positions they were given, so they cannot even handle it. No one fee what can I do to Tiarano? Well, no one sang read just say fee. We also are resigning. What can you do? Nothing. Napo deal, no. This is 2024 before elections, and I kept telling you people. Say in Konfo way, omo ya Akromfo. AfenyoMarkins we Kromfo. O say mo Jimmy say AfenyoMarkins we. Nipa no me time wo Ghana kura no we me nyan. We did Jimmy ni way na mo so ye parliament 30%. You know the damage they did to you people. But today, the NDC government led by John Mahama, Napo at the energy ministry, they need to solve this problem. Are we going to change all the meters again? That is another question to ask. Now it's going to be another cost on the energy sector or on the ministry, on the government. If these meters, after the investigations, ever prove say some of the meters are not the right meters now, what are we going to do? The government needs to also go out there, change all these meters, pay you people back, and install new meters. Who is going to bear the cost? These are the things we talk about. And you see, the funny thing is, sometimes you think it's a joke. These people, they know. Say, but because last time they have been able to go through every part of government. They have been able to put their fingerprints everywhere. And the politician or Ghana on stroke court. MP politician being on stroke court. You know why? Because they know that some of the people in there are their people. So they don't care. Today when you tell them you're going to jail, they are not scared because they know. That is why Kufuor was parking the courts. And these are the things they did. These are things we cannot just sit and say we should let it pass. And you see these fools come and sit on TV, in parliament and talk nya. No, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Biz them the questions. Mumbusomo questions, We knew all these things. Let me tell you. Anytime catch a Ghana for say, we still need to move. As much as some people have stolen from us, as much as we still want to grab some people, put them before the law court, we still have to move on. We cannot say because we are waiting to prosecute this country. Okay, right now, the question here is, moi mumites air 40. Moi se si amobre amolite ko hwihwim no. Yan twan ne yanko che obi prosecute and say affect our problem no. The government needs to move ahead. The government needs to look at your needs now, take care of your needs, and the prosecution needs to follow because investigations have to be done, cases have to be made, cases have to be filed, but we cannot say because people are investigating stuff, we should come to a halt.